Hey everyone, this is OJ. I didn't even have my coffee yet, so it's gonna be a nice, easy going stream. Where it didn't even start yet, so let's just settle down. I got a video queued up, but like I said, I didn't even have a sip of my coffee yet. I don't know why I do this to myself. Set up these streams at 8 in the morning, and once you set up a stream, you don't want to cancel it. Disappoint your audience. You know what I mean? So grab your OJ, grab your grab your grab your coffee, your tea, come back, relax with OJ. We'll watch some Tony Chase. Hey Rusty, how you doing, brother? We'll watch some Tony Chase. I was looking up. I can't find Cassandra anymore, so no big deal, no loss. She didn't really have anything good. I was gonna watch. We used to watch her videos too. Beer is great in the morning, Rusty, and that's a fact. I think pretty sure Bedabbler's going on later. I'm not sure. What I mean. So I got a busy schedule later. Um, King, how you doing? Let's do the roll call. King, how you doing, brother? Lars, how you doing? JH, how you doing? Rusty, Dusty, Jersey. Oh, France, yeah, France. It's allowed in France. You know what I mean? So, hey, anyone that didn't subscribe, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. I appreciate that. Should we get right into it? Even though I didn't even have a sip of coffee yet. Activanus, how you doing? Roll call is your favorite part. Mine too. I forgot about it, and then I was like, yeah, you know what? We should go ahead and do the roll call. And we don't want that satellite man coming down on us. You know what? Let me take a sip of coffee before we start. Like I said, I should have woke up earlier, but I was up late last night watching some YouTube. What was on? What was I watching? I don't even remember. Oh, we got to figure out. I think Chad Zumach's buying a car later on. We got to see what's kind of going on with that. Fro Dizzle, what's up, brother? Morning to all. This is OJ in the morning, I think. I don't know what's going on anymore. I have my coffee. That's hot. Folgers morning blend, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Have your coffee, have your beer, have your tea. Rusty's having coffee. That's just what I've pictured of Rusty. You know what I mean? So coffee's good, tea's good, beer's good. Whatever it is, it's You know what I wish I had is another vitamin water. I had a couple. I had one yesterday. Yeah, for this the black tea going on. I had bought a vitamin water yesterday. I felt like I needed some needed something, so it was pretty good. Yeah, might buy another one today later on when I'm out on the road. Uh, what are we doing again? Right, anything to get the juices flowing. Right. Mornings are rough. Like I said, we're doing this to ourselves. You guys, I thank you for being here. You could be in bed. You know what I mean? So, well, let's get rolling, huh? And we'll take a break. Okay, so what's going on here? Government stalkers. Tony Chase. Hit the like button, brothers. Hit subscribe.
And how you guys doing? And charge the United States government for glass face attempts of murder. I got shot in the face when I was little, and these people have tried to shoot me in the face. They've tried to murder me other times. And the satellite man had
I did not know that he got shot in the face. Did you guys? I knew a lot about the other stuff. We knew he was a child actor of some sorts in real life at one point. But I did not know that.
fractured my face. They have it on record. I don't know how many fractures it was, but one time it was 18, and then it was more than that in reference to fractures in my face. And the activity of the satellite man trying to dislodge the jaw with his satellite and zapping me. It is 100% attempts of murder, and these political parties are very disgusting.
Yeah, and yeah, we can't let them get away with that. Am I right? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Froze right. It's Tony Chase. Tony Chase. Yeah, it's early in the morning, so we forgive anyone that doesn't recognize Tony. You know, this is a last minute thing. You know what I mean? You know, I only had a sip of coffee. We're just getting going. Let's see if we can keep going.
Dirty government people. Their activity of stalking me, holding me hostage, lying about my name, lying about my parents. These German government people and their conspirators.
Yep. Keep your eye on Germany.
They do not outrank the laws of this country. These German politicians and German presidents seem to think they thought they outranked the laws of America. Germany is a smaller country than America.
That's probably true.
These politicians and their government people, and whatever race they are, they're trying to steal what I am already the owner of, what I've been the owner of since my parents died, when my parents had gotten murdered. And then
Right. I wonder what did happen to his parents. If it was just old age or something nefarious happened. I don't know.
parents was frozen. These government people have used satellites illegally and lied to the American public and the media about their illegal uses of satellites. That is treason.
They lied and stealed, and they laughed and joked about it. We can't accept that. Not in this country. Not at this time. Not with this Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or the Magna Carta. Just doesn't stand right.
That is a violation of freedom of press and freedom of media rights, and these government people and their activities of violating the royal protocol of my identity.
Go back to the chat here. Oh, okay. Roshi advises satellite man and the government got to OJ's, got to his parents, Okay, well, at least we know now. It's a confirmed fact. It's backed up by documents.
Who the fuck are they to try to violate what I'm the owner of? They're politicians. Adolf Hitler was a fucking politician.
Actually,
these government people and their criminal activity.
Adolf Hitler was a painter first, and then he was a politician later. Am I right? I think those are the only two careers he had. So watch out for painters and politicians.
Is treason. They must get charged for glass face attempts of murder. That means like fractures in your face, or they call it a glass jaw. When somebody's had like a broken jaw and they've tried to separate a person's teeth with satellites. They've tried to spread the teeth. That's like they're trying to play a glass jaw. And
sounds like one of their dirty tricks.
Glass palate of a person's face. That is endangerment of life. The government agents and their satellite controllers need to get arrested for their crimes and for fabricating. They thought I was a nobody when that royal protocol is a birth certificate of my royal identity.
And he has
been there before they.
He has those documents, so you know it's undisputable. You know, so
got into government, and all these politicians have lied, saying they didn't know what it fucking meant. They claim they didn't know who I am. Any of those politicians in possession of stolen money or property keys or vehicles that they had stole must get prosecuted. And this
to the fullest extent of the law. You know what I mean? So that's what should happen.
Satellite controller that's hitting me in the throat and that's been hitting me in the face and teeth must get ordered into court and prosecuted for glass face attempts of murder.
I agree with Tony. Want the Tony Chase files released immediately? Act
However you book your car, first check Kayak to filter your rental search by car type to find exactly what you need.
Okay, let's keep going with Tony Chase. Yeah, there's a lot of videos he just released. I believe. Stand by here. Wait, is this the one? Alright. I know he just released some videos here. Yeah, this one here, I think. These couple. This one here.
And tell Dr. Chu, the spinal cord doctor in California, that Satellite Man's still hitting me in the face and teeth, and they're still hitting me in the back. The Satellite Man's hurting my hips right now and lower back. And that's very sensitive area too. My body is a very sensitive.
Right. It's not fair. It's not right.
Anatomy. So, in reference to this government man torturing me with satellites, because I'm a hermaphrodite, so I have more nerves and nerve receptors in my body than the common person, someone might say. So in reference to
Right.
the satellite man damaging things, they know it. Them staring at me with a satellite does physically hurt all the time, and they need to get ordered into court for their physical assault and their mutilations of what they did, hitting me in the face and teeth all these years. And tell Dr. Chu, the spinal cord doctor in California, that Satellite Man is still hitting me in the face and
we will tell him that, Tony. We will tell him. Okay. Like I said, I think he did a couple shorts today.
And in reference to any universities that tried to send me scholarships, please make a YouTube video saying that you tried to send me a scholarship. And in reference to
that's a short one, but that's cool. Okay. So Tony wants his scholarships. Isn't that right, brother? Might be a couple more shorts.
And prosecute these people for trying to control my life, these Nazis, claiming that they held me hostage in Arkansas is what they did.
You gotta watch the Nazis. Watch the Nazis.
Arkansas is in America, not Germany. So your German opinion is illegal. Your German tricks are illegal. You're holding me hostage in Indiana. Indiana's in America, not Germany. So you can get the death penalty for what you've done. And prosecute these people for
so we gotta. Yeah, Tony does not like the Germans. So WW2 was a long time ago. WW2. Okay, so how you guys doing? Am I right? Let's see what else he's got in the docket here. Let me watch an older one.
And how you guys doing? This is very important in reference to the crimes of toxic people, such as satellite controllers terrorizing my life, government people trying to steal my identity, people trying to steal property and land, people trying to cover up factual, already documented facts.
Hey, King, how you doing? Welcome. So you're watching Tony Chase and it's OJ in the morning, whatnot. So it is what it is.
Like this person trying to change things with his abuse of power in government, manipulating documents that are copyrighted, manipulating people, tricking people, trying to manipulate the facts of law. This is very interesting. Why these people haven't been stopped.
Right. Right. Very good, Tony.
stopped, I guess you'd say. Not interesting in that perspective, but these people should have been stopped a long time ago because they had no right starting in the first place. These people trying to play their charade, they're impersonators, they're manipulators, they're crimes of these people in government. They think that since they're in government, they thought that nobody had rights, even though there's a constitution in America and other.
Well, there is a Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Magna Carta. You can't trust the government, man, though. So
historic facts of why there's laws in this country. In reference to any of my mother or father's companies, if anybody has experienced any of these people showing up at the companies and falsifying and trying to claim that they were owners, or falsifying that they thought they were going to buy the companies are never for sale. They're all protected by dynasty trust facts and royal hermaphrodite law, which is a law of protection, and rare genetic protection laws. So many laws. And these government people trying to play these tricks with their abuse of power, they think that since they're in government, that they thought they would change things with their Nazi handwritings or their Nazi typing or their Nazi control of other people's lives and properties in America. When this country's
so Tony doesn't like the Nazis.
Constitution is set forever. It cannot be changed, and no matter who comes into the country, they're not allowed to change it to cater to their opinion or to cater to their ways of theft. If they can't follow the Constitution, they can't be in this country. So, these...
Well, I agree. You know what I mean? If you can't follow the laws, Constitution is basically laws. So
people trying to play their tricks and manipulations, why are they doing it? How'd they stay in office to do these things? They have no legal grounds to stand on. But, back to the point of any of the companies of my mother and father and grandparents, any of these people that tried to overthrow or tried to hijack any business locations or property.
It's not good. It's not good, brother.
These are residence locations. Hopefully people made police reports because those people need to get ordered into court for what they've tried to steal. The activity of...
I agree. Let's see what we got here. Fro says, I wish Tony was my dad. Bella says, good morning. Good morning. King says, make America constitutional again. We should, people should obey the Constitution. Yeah, that's just right. So anyone that doesn't, it's something we got to look at aggressively. Yeah, prison.
Of people acting as if they claim they didn't do nothing, but yet they're caught red-handed every time they've done things, or they've tried to say that they didn't know it was illegal to mess up another person's looks for their personal gain. There's laws. It's illegal to tamper with another celebrity if it's an organization of criminals that are working for any branch of government. It's illegal to work for a politician to try to damage people's careers or lives in the media. I'm the rightful owner of my mother and father.
Right.
Media companies. Anybody that...
media company, that's pretty good, Tony. You know what I mean? So don't forget, Tony owns Freightliner, Mack Truck, GM, Ford, and Chrysler.
Has conspired against me, has to get ordered into court. Anybody that tries to manipulate, anybody that tried to ruin my career, anybody that tried to wish harm on me.
I wish he would talk more about his career. He's had several jobs in his lifetime. I guess he used to drive a truck. He used to work some retail jobs. I'm not sure if he works right now. He doesn't really talk about it.
Those people need to get ordered into court. I have nothing to do with these people. I'm the owner of the companies. Somebody might say the rat race of people battling each other or competing with each other on certain levels of certain things has nothing to do with me. I'm from the top of the companies. I'm the owner of the companies of my mother and father and grandparents. So somebody trying to put somebody in the situation.
Right. Yeah, I am a day early. Mumble what was it? Mumble Slam, day early. Says, aren't you a day early, OG? Yeah, the holidays screwed me up. So when I wanted to go on, and so it's gonna mess me up. So now should I go on tomorrow? Probably not. I don't know what to do. So holidays was good, but it kind of messed my schedule up. So we're dealing with that over here at the house. Frodo says Tony is a nice spot on St. James Place too. Right, St. James Place is good. I'd prefer the boardwalk, but St. James Place, it's a lower rent, but you get the constant rent. It's good. Right, I thought about that, but I made the deal with them. Hey, Tropicana Farms. Hey, Mike V, brother. Good morning. Thanks. Great to see you. Glad I caught this live. Yeah, great to have you, Mike. Thanks for the $5. Right, a whatnot schedule. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it screwed me up a little bit. Tropicana Farms, yeah, you know what I mean? So, it screwed me up with the schedule with the holiday, which was nice. So I got a union event later today, so in Northtown, so I'll be leaving early. So, like I said, I wanted to do something. You know what I mean? So, what are we doing again? Yeah, Bedabbler. I want to watch Bedabbler too later, and we'll see what goes on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of snow in Ohio here. All right, I lost my train of thought. Let's get back to Tony Chase here.
Situation of the marathon rat race of people, for trying to psych each other out, trying to play tricks and things like that. I'm not in that class of corporations. I'm the owner of corporations. I'm the owner of companies. So,
okay, so Fro says he used to be a steward for the Teamsters when he worked for UPS. That's interesting. I worked for UPS years ago too. Okay, now I lost my train of thought again. Wait, where are we? What are we doing again? Oh yeah, Tony Chase.
So somebody would say, "Oh, they claim that they were in competition with you." And what? Being the owner? There is no competition. I'm the rightful owner. There's no way for any of the executives or any shareholder to ever be the owners of the companies. I am the only owner of my mother and father's companies forever. And I'm the owner of my grandparents' companies.
Right. All right, Mike V's advising. Just make sure. Sorry, I can't see this good. I got to get some new glasses. Just make sure to not call Tony by the name Mark. Yeah, he's right. He will go nuts. He's royal. He's a royal, and his DNA and body diamonds must be respected according to Treasury and Dynasty laws. I agree with Mike V. He will go nuts if you call him Mark Ray. He doesn't want to hear that. So once again, Mike V is correct. What are we doing again? Where are we again? Okay, here we go.
So in reference to people trying to play tricks, trying to manipulate, trying to play this game of endangering my life, these people acting like they were trying to push me out of the companies. No, those people have to leave. I'm the owner.
Playing dirty tricks. Hit the like and subscribe. Playing dirty tricks.
So in reference to anybody trying to play these types of tricks, or anybody trying to play situations or victim of circumstances, no, that's not how things work. I'm supposed to be in the executive offices. I'm not supposed to be the janitor.
Right. It's true. Executive Vice President Chase.
Do you understand what that means? So in reference to people misrepresenting my title or my position at the companies, those people are going to have to get fired. Those people are going to have to leave the companies. Anybody swindling, scamming me, or trying to block me from my benefits of being the owner, trying to claim, well, they thought since you were the owner that you'd spend your revenues instead of using your perk.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that, Tony. I guess so. Mumble Slam is asking, why is he a hermaphrodite? Couldn't it be a whatnot? He's got a hot dog and a taco too. Actor what says. So, he's an interesting fellow. Yeah, I never met anyone like him.
At the company. That's not your decision making. My perks at the company are mine. My rights of ownership are mine. Nothing's ever going to be for sale, no matter where anybody comes from. I'm the owner of the companies. Products are for sale on the shelves in retail stores. But, the corporate offices, I'm the owner of the corporate offices. Do you understand that? So in reference to anybody misrepresenting their position at the companies, trying to step on my position, and then they claim that some politician said that they thought they could do that. No, there is no political thinking they could do these things to steal from me. And in reference to any politician that doesn't support the fact of my rights of ownership, they have to file restraining orders against that politician.
Right.
I'm the rightful owner of the companies, my mother and father and grandparents.
You can't believe the politicians nowadays. There ain't nothing you can believe about the politicians these days. Because they lie. They steal, they lie, and they joke about it and laugh about it. So it's not something we're going to, it's nothing that we're going to deal with lightly in this case.
And anybody saying differently has to leave. There's no way for somebody that thinks they're going to be the future owner of the company, because there's not. I'm the owner.
That's right. And I agree with Mike V. Mike V advises, yes, you can't claim that Tony is not the owner of his companies and then claim you're a victim of circumstance. People need to get arrested in the streets and dragged to jail like a dog. And that's what should happen in this case. Mike V also advises, I heard a guy once misrepresent Tony's ownership of his companies. They got a one-way ticket to Germany. That's where they belong. You know what I mean? Germany. And we're talking about WW2 Germany, not Germany of nowadays. So not that it's that much better. But, we want or even better, maybe they belong in Poland. And you know what I mean by that, in the forest. And they will have to deal with that. Right. I wouldn't mind being a CEO of Tony's companies too, bro. You can go to King, you know what I mean? Nobody questions the king and lies about it. Not today. Wrong day for that.
And in reference to anybody slandering my character or abusing me or damaging things on my body, they have to get prosecuted.
Right.
No matter who they are. And that's the facts. And in reference to rare genetic protection laws, why do you think people that have rare genetics or...
And why do they lie about it?
Royal genetics have rights of protection from people that try to steal. What do you think these people would try to steal? Why do you think they'd try to steal genetics? Think of all the different reasons of why these people have done these things and what they were trying to gain.
Well, they're liars and stealers.
What they were trying to steal and what they were trying to do with their position of trying to steal my position. Look how much money they tried to steal. Look how much land they tried to steal. Look at the things they've done with their abuses.
Right. And I agree with Tony. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he's going to go into this, but I don't know if he agrees with me, but I think the land should go back to the Native Americans. It was their land. We took it. We gave them some garbage land and lied about it. And I think Tony would agree with me.
It all has to be documented. Even the little information or notes that people might have in reference to the strain.
Welcome, Mr. Buddy Lee. Tony's been ripped off. He's been abused. I agree. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. We're having a good time. We're doing it. It's happening. Whatnot. He needs justice. I agree with Mr. Buddy Lee. Okay. Let's go back to video. Okay.
Strange activities of these government people. Things that don't make sense for why they thought they could do these things. These people thought corporations was slaves to politicians. No, that's not how things work in this country. There's term limits in government to limit political power. Because people would come into this country and try to steal everything to try to make their...
But Activirus Venus says, I almost paid off my mortgage. I don't want to get back to land. Small price to pay. Mumble Slam says, there's no such thing as Native Americans. Everyone who's here has immigrated at some point, but they were the ones who were here first. We ran them off the land. We paid people to take the arrows to the buffalo so they didn't have any food. They have to depend on our food. We weren't good people to them, so they deserve their land back. We can lease it back from them. Bro says, I own my house, but the satellite man still makes me pay property tax. Yeah, the satellite man, he's got some issues. Mr. Boyle, thank you, OJ. He is the wrong sense of justice. Victoria, what y'all? Hey, ate some popcorn on BYB yesterday. Breakfast dream. Yeah, I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm a little grumpy. I got black coffee and a little extra, so I had the black coffee. I was thinking of having some soup later and some soup and toast, so I don't know about that. I'm not going to be happy about that. Mambo Slam says the Vikings were here before the Native Americans. I do need buffalo meat. I need something. I don't know what I want. Right. So. Big slab of bacon. No, you know what? I had a lot of bacon at went to had a weekday last week. I was at a hotel and they had some bacon and I regretted it. I got to get back into my health kick. Act of Whatnot says keep the show going all day, so I have an excuse not to shovel. Yeah, I'm probably going to take a break after this, but I do have to get some real work going. Like I said, I got an event to go to later. And I would like to be prepared. Oatmeal is good. I guess I could do oatmeal. What are we doing again? All right, hit like and subscribe, and we'll keep going here.
Themselves richer, and they would try to make themselves owners of things they don't own. They would try to steal people's seniority. They would try to steal people's lives. They would try to steal people's bodies.
Well, yeah, you got to respect the seniority list. If you don't, that could be a grievance, and it can go to a step 2 if they don't resolve the grievance. Am I right?
Why do these people think they had any right attacking the country like it was some secret ghost war of their political...
Ghost war, that sounds like a reality TV show. Am I right? Let's see. Frodizzle says, New Year, New You. The quest for the Whatnot continues in 2026, and we are going to keep going on that. Just we got to be delicate. She was hurt, and by Pat Nixon. And if I live close to you, I would shovel your walk. You know what I mean? Ghost party. That's right. I agree, Mike V. Anyone that doesn't respect their seniority list belongs in jail. It belongs in a concrete box. Concrete slab. Nice and cold. Preferably in Siberia. And then they could take them to the gulag. They could work 18 hours a day cutting down the forest. with tools that are undersized. 30 years of that and they'll change your attitude. I'll tell you what. Hey, brother, Reg, how you doing? Good to see you here. Fro says, I got all up to number 2 in seniority, and then someone transferred from the other shift and bumped me to number 3. I hate that. I hate when someone messes with me and I have to gently remind them what's going to happen if they keep it up, brother. Sometimes they have a short memory of what happened the last time they messed with me. Yeah, I'm not crazy about heavy labor either. Back to the ghost party here.
Party trying to murder off Americans or trying to murder off people.
Right.
Why do these people think they had a right doing that? If anybody wants to elaborate on that information, go right ahead and make some videos.
Right.
Put things on websites. The fact of the matter is, no matter who these people are.
Right, and I agree with Mike V. The guy that did that, the guy that bumped Fro Dizzle belongs in jail. That's why we have jails. That's why we build them, and it's undisputable. Undisputable facts in this country.
They thought their political title was good as money. I'm the owner of the companies. They're not for sale. They're not to sale to a politician. They're not for sale to a foreign person. They're not for sale to anybody of my own race. I'm the owner forever. So in reference to anybody's tricks or manipulations, those people have to go to court. Following things by law books. And when these people have tried to make up fabrications on me.
And we respect the laws too. We use the laws to guide us, and they're on our side. Okay?
They have to get prosecuted. See, they'll say, oh, they thought this. They were trying to start the process of law by accusing me of something. And it's like, no. These people kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions over 33 years ago. Around 33 years or something. And they made up lies the whole time. And everything they've said and everything they've done is a violation from.
That's right. Victoria advises Frank Amadeo knows the law. We do have him to lean on in case we need law advice. And who knows? Maybe he'll do a live tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know about tomorrow. He might be at the hotel. We'll see. We used to do law talk with Frank Amadeo. It's been a long time. But his time is valuable. We respect that. You know what I mean? Plus, I think he's going back to the Congo, take over the Congo again. He's trying to take over the Congo, and the government went nuts and shut it down. He said he lied and said he owed $180 million in tax money, and that was a Republican lie. But, yeah, so he might go back to the Congo, take over most of Africa, and then go from there. Right? Yeah, he had to buy the fight. He had to buy the jets. He was just about done with that deal when the government went nuts and threw him in jail. And he's still not happy about that. Right, yeah. So yeah, Frank, he doesn't take no for an answer. Froge says rumor has that the last dinosaurs in the Congo. Probably. We need those bones. Frank needs those bones for experimental reasons. And yeah. Let's see what Tony Chase has to say.
From the get-go, from the beginning of their tricks. And they even tried tricks back in the 80s.
Right.
I want to know why
Republican dirty tricks.
The media hasn't done the story of when these people first kidnapped me.
And the Democrats are no better. They both have dirty tricks. So, it's like tit for tat. Which one are you going to believe? I believe the independents. People like Ross Perot.
Who's covering it up? It needs to be a public story. It needs to be a story in the media. And all the tricks that people have tried to say, making up lies on me, their abuses, their scams, People are violating the facts of stature. They're violating the facts of hierarchy of the companies. And people need to get ordered into court. If anybody sent anything in the postal mail, I did not receive it. You need to make YouTube videos. If somebody sends me something in the postal mail, make a YouTube video about it. Say if somebody sent me a T-shirt, say, hey, Mark or little Walter.
Right. Yeah, it's good to make videos, Tony. You know what I mean?
Or little Doris, you know, I'm a child of my mother and father or whichever. Some places call me, they call me Mark because I'm being held hostage under the name Mark. They're messing with my mouth. Or some people call me Little Walter, or some people call me Little George, or, you know, some of my family names and family history, because I got to carry all the names because I'm the only child of my parents, you know, last living relative of my biological parents. So in reference to the information, I have to carry the names. So, you know, and the family tree information.
Right.
So in reference to these people, they're messing with my throat, trying to make me talk real blah, 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 like that. But anyways, make YouTube videos about it. If you know anything or have anything to say about, you know, something good or something that bad people tried to do at the companies or people tried to manipulate.
Right. You know, so you can see 2026 is going to be the year of the Tony Chase. He'll get his companies back. These people will be in government man, satellite man will be imprisoned.
You know, be honest about things, talk about things. And, you know, I know things about gossip. So I know people say lots of different things. Some things are important. Some things are less important. Some things are more important. But, you know, go ahead and make videos, talk about things. And, you know, there's supposed to be debates about this on television, especially when my parents own TV stations and radio stations, which I'm the owner of, and newspapers.
Right. Well, Mumble Slam says he claimed to be Walt Disney's son and Howard Hughes' son. And those are real claims. So we respect Tony's honesty, integrity, and mission to get the job done, folks.
And websites. There should be so much information people putting out there, analyzing what these people have tried to do, what they've tried to get away with, what kind of people these people are: lazy, criminals, manipulators, tricksters, and, you know, anybody that wants to say something about
Pepperidge Farm, we do what ya. He's everything. You know what I mean? He's a good seed. He's one of the good guys. I think he owns the Tropicana Farms too, if I had to guess. Right. Yeah, they combined the DNA, they got it done. And yeah, you know what I mean? So I believe it. Do you believe it? Tony Disney is right. Without Tony, we wouldn't have Walt Disney. And these are facts.
their tricks. And the activity of my family history and my activity as an athlete or a ballerina or as a supermodel, and these stalkers damaging my face and damaging my teeth, causing a problem.
Right. To Mike V's advising, I'd like to subscribe to Tony's TV station, but his monthly fee is too high, so he just gets the basic cable instead. Well, that's pretty good. I don't like to subscribe to much. Right now, I'm pretty proud of myself. Only thing I have is nothing. I have my internet comes from T-Mobile, which is $30 minus $5, $25 a month, I think. My cell phone, I got my kid's cell phone on my plan, but pretty basic stuff. I don't have any subscriptions to YouTube Premium or any of the none of the streaming platforms. So I either watch YouTube or make YouTube videos or work. I don't know how I got to talking about that. I'm a little confused today.
problem for my race. I don't socialize with none of these people. Not allowed to. They've already displayed their crimes. They've already displayed their abuses. And it is treason. And it's a violation of law for their ways of trying to control things that don't belong to them. It's communism. It's socialism. It's conformity crimes. Like, say, for
It's a good question. We got some good questions coming in. Dylan 3200. Please like and subscribe, everyone. Dylan is asking, is T-Mobile internet good? I mean, I'm on it right now. It hasn't buffered once. I've had it for a couple years. I'd say about exactly 2 years. 2 years and 1 month. Yeah, about 2 years. You know, it's just like any other internet. You know, if you don't use it for like a week on end, you might have to reset it, but it's just as good as any other. It's a box. I have the box. You don't have to have the internet company, the cable company come out. T-Mobile doesn't come out. They give you a box. You set it up anywhere. You plug it into a standard 110 jack, and it's cheap. Like I said, $25 a month if you do the auto pay. I use it for the streaming. It's, you know, I like T-Mobile because if they say the bill's going to be, you know, say $90, it's $90. Now, if Verizon says it's $90, it's $120 by the time they add their fees. T-Mobile has the same fees, but they're included in the bill. It's more upfront. We're getting off track again here.
For instance, somebody from another race, say somebody from Germany came into America and said they didn't like the way Americans looked. So then they started warping and damaging their faces and teeth, trying to change a person's looks to steal their money or to steal their land or to make them look unattractive so somebody else of their race could try to steal popularity by trying to rag out another person like they're trying to junk a car, like they're beating up a car, and then somebody drives up in a brand new one.
Right.
Where they tried to ruin a person's life.
Tony has a Pontiac Montana for anyone that doesn't know.
Life by beating them up and torturing them and mutilating them and stealing body parts from them, ragging out their life, and then somebody's gonna be like, well,
hey Jimmy, Jimmy's advised next time there's a snowstorm, do a live outside. I will do. It's getting to be the season to where we get some snow, so I will do some lives outside. People seem to like those. A lot of people don't get snow, I guess. And somebody says exact chi. Greg, how you doing, brother? So don't forget, hit the like and subscribe.
oh, look at that one. That one's been through hell. And then the next one shows up, and it's one of their race or their people thinking that they're the new shiny car after they've tore up another car trying to junk it, as if it was like them tearing up a person's looks, a person's life, a person's identity. Like they're trying to steal relations from that person, ragging out a person's life.
I agree with Mike V. The Germans are known for that. They will destroy your car and then drive up in a new one and make you feel like a loser. They need to be arrested for this. I agree. I also agree with Greg. Hit the like button and don't forget hit the subscribe button. Set Chad the link. It's his birthday. Hey, Mint. I don't know if he's up yet. Last time people in the chat told him I was here, and they gave him. He sent me the request that. I will check my Instagram just to make sure he didn't text me. But even though people had a problem with Tommy Jordan Johnson, if it wasn't for him, Cardiff wouldn't come on, and then we wouldn't have had Chad. So kind of worked out. It was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, no, I haven't heard from him. Ugh. Besides, he's going to be looking at cars today anyways. I told him to buy a Prius. What was I saying again? Forgot. Yeah, he's gonna be car shopping today. If he wants the link, he can have it. That's gonna be a hard stream to replicate though. The one last week that was very good. Let's get this train back on the track, should we?
That's treason. That's crimes of government and haters. So those people need to get ordered into court for their crimes.
Right. All right, that's that one. I don't know if we want to do any more or no. Let's see. What is this guy saying? Fro Dizzle, what's your opinion on Ray scamming his fans on the leg guitar fiasco? I didn't see that. I didn't want to pain myself through a whole episode last night. He was with Ashley Cummings. I didn't think anything was good, but I'll watch it if it's. I didn't know if there's anything I should watch. You know, I'm in the mood to watch maybe a good Franklin Scheckler video. I'll watch an old one if I have to. Panasonic Tooth, how you doing, brother? Panasonic says, I'm watching the Sam Hyde video. Fiction popped up randomly talking about spots, news clips. Interesting. Mumble says, Ray's a documented scammer. Yeah, hey, Mike. Mike's recommending, just curious, what model Prius would you recommend? Plug-in hybrid? Yeah, that's the one I have. Nowadays, they're a lot better. I have a 2012. It just gives you the extra 10 miles of range if you plug it in. But yeah, nowadays, you can get 40 miles of electric range plus the 56 miles to the gallon, which I don't think Chad's ready for a pure electric car. He'd probably get stuck somewhere. You can't go wrong with a Prius, though. Hondas are okay too, but you know, if you want something with no problems, you're gonna have to get a Prius. What are we doing again? Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do a couple more just quick ones. I don't know. We can't be here all day though. I got things to do. You guys got things to do. This one was pretty funny. This Chris.
And tell Dr. Chu, the spinal cord doctor in California, that satellite man's still hitting me in the face and teeth, and they're still hitting me in the back. The satellite man's hurting my hips right now and lower back. And that's very sensitive area too. My body is a very sensitive anatomy. So, you know, in reference to this government man torturing me with satellites, you know, because I'm a hermaphrodite, so I have more nerves and nerve receptors in my body than the common person, someone might say. So in reference to the satellite man damaging things, they know it, them staring at me with a satellite does physically hurt all the time. And they need to get ordered into court for their physical assault and their mutilations of what they did, hitting me in the face and teeth all these years. And tell Dr. Chu, the spinal cord doctor in California, that satellite man is still.
I couldn't stop that one. Yeah, we got Bedabbler at 10, right? We could watch that. Let's see. This one's newer.
And another thing, prosecute these people for blocking me from my mother and father's offices, which are my offices too. I am the child of my biological hermaphrodite parents, and my parents are royal, and I'm a royal 100%. These people must get prosecuted for blocking me from the companies as their way of trying to claim to be above me at the companies of my mother and father and grandparents. These people blocking me from the company headquarters. These people have tried to claim to be above me at the companies. And the role protocol in the media is
we can't accept that. There's nothing we can accept about that.
My identity. And these people have tried to block media information about me and my family history. And those people need to get prosecuted. They tried to step over my story of family history and my identity. Why they publicized.
Yeah, thank you. I don't. Not really a fan of the sniping. Not in real time. If we review something like this, it's okay. But Carmax, he's been through enough. I'll leave him alone. Let me know if he says anything funny though.
Other
I
people's.
tell you what, I don't like how he lied to Felicia. I don't think that was nice. Yeah, she didn't deserve that and whatnot. Okay.
Stories. That is fraud. These people trying to muscle the information. People trying to play greedy games of advertising themselves when they were supposed to advertise me. There needs to be court cases about that too.
Agreed.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes free in the
Did we do this one yet?
And how you guys doing? And I've had the same dentist, Beverly Hills dentist, for over 40 plus years. And he even had to buy a house here, like back in the 80s or whenever he bought it, I'm not sure. But, he used to come over here when I was held hostage back in the 80s, and they had damaged.
I agree with Mike V. Liars can be tricky nowadays.
my teeth before in Indiana. And the government people had tried to shoot me several times. Every time the government has shot at me, it has to be on record. And some of those people was Germans, obviously, and there were some black men that tried to shoot me before, I guess. And then they even hired some females that tried to shoot me. And I don't date them.
Keep your eye on Germany.
I don't date their race, and whoever they are, they must be arrested and prosecuted. These people are trying to steal royal land. All my mother and father's estates and properties, everything is royal hermaphrodite of my race, of land and property and companies.
And, the government man's trying to lie about it. It's not going to happen.
That I'm the owner of. My parents had investments probably in some other companies too, but they were just investments, and those companies are ran whatever way they're ran. But, when my parents invested monies in things, if it was a company that was active, then, and they were, if they invested in it, it was just investments, and the people running those companies ran those companies the way they did.
And that's their privilege to do that.
My parents and their personal companies, they ran them a specific way, and nobody has a right changing that. And these government people that are hitting me in the teeth, in the face, their people have to get charged for medical scams with satellite.
Hey, brother. Yeah, it's Saturday. I know my days are off with the holiday, I guess. Didn't we have a holiday or something? So we'll be done well before 10 when Bedabbler comes on. So, I'm not sure if we're going to come on tomorrow or what's going on. We'll just play it by ear. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. Whatnot. Or else the government's coming for you. What are we doing again?
Lights. These people trying to scam me, trying to damage my teeth all the time, hitting me in the face and teeth. Those people have to get charged for illegal practicing of dentistry with a satellite, and they're illegal practicing dentistry with tasers in the mouth, burning people's mouths with illegal activities of satellites.
Right. I agree with Mike V. Mike V advises Tony is making 100%. When will the media report this? And when will the people start to be arrested? It's a darn shame they get away with it. I agree. I'm glad I could share this with someone Panasonic who said. Which okay. What are we doing again?
And government men that had grabbed me. These people targeted me because of my beautiful teeth and my hermaphrodite genetics. And my teeth are hermaphrodite teeth. They're my real teeth. So there is no way for these people to escape conviction. These people have to be convicted of touching my teeth. These people are trying to run a gingivitis scam. These people are trying to run a dental floss scam.
Keep your eye on the gingivitis scam.
These people are trying to run a root canal scam of damaging my teeth. These people are trying to run a
just check my Twitter. Rocco says no show this morning, maybe tonight. Which
fake teeth scam, calling my teeth fake. These people tried to call the metal in my teeth fake. They tried to steal the metal in the teeth that my royal hermaphrodite parents put there for my identity, so nobody could try to steal my identity. And this government man will claim, oh, we know who you are without those. Well, of course, because nobody looks like me. But if I had children, like if I gave birth to a child, it would kind of look probably similar to me, meaning with my own.
That's true, Tony. That's very true. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Sperm in my own egg. But, that's documented facts and reference to people. They wouldn't be as old as me. Some of them might be taller than me in the future, but whichever. But that's something that's got, has its own documents of facts or documents of my rights. But this government man trying to make up shit. These people murdered over 100 of my family relatives in the Holocaust and relatives of my parents and grandparents. And these government people have to get prosecuted for stalking me and trying to steal my family wealth. And these people, these Germans that came into America to steal, these people came into America to steal because my parents had sent monies over there to rescue people that was held hostage in the Holocaust. And those government people need to get prosecuted for all their...
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Prosecution is the only answer.
Illegal activities of trying to turn something good into their way, their dirty way of making money, of ripping off my family. And their charity fraud, when people have tried to send me money, these people have stolen it. They're still hitting me in the teeth right here. They're trying to claim that they thought they'd call that natural. No.
Hit the like and subscribe.
My genetics are quadrihelix plus. I would never have a cavity. I would never have gingivitis. And this government man trying to make up shit because of his DNA or subhelix. My genetics has like 4 helixes plus or 8 helixes.
The government is a suppressive person.
So in reference to this government man trying to damage my teeth, the man has to be prosecuted for trying to downgrade my looks and my anatomy and my youthful looks by trying to make me look like an old person. Then he'll claim that he was doing this so other people wouldn't try to steal from me when he is stolen from me. This man is a hypocrite. The man's a thief, a terrorist.
Right, I agree. Mike V advises the metal in Tony's teeth is real. Anyone who says otherwise needs to be arrested for charity fraud. I agree. So it's got to be, these people have to be held accountable, and it's got to start now. So OJ in the morning, hit the like and subscribe.
A liar, a con artist in every fucking way. I've never had nothing to do with these people. They have targeted me and held me hostage when they kidnapped me from my mother's mansion. All the information has to be public information in the media. Even if they have to fire people in the media that are refusing to do the stories. In the history of this situation. And the History Channel is supposed to have things on record too.
I wonder if Tony's parents were like Tom Vu in the 1980s with 7 mansions? We will have to find out.
And this government man's got to get charged for holding me hostage and using other people's pictures to pretend like he was confused about my identity. Like he was using a picture of somebody that had a larger nose. And then he was approaching me, rendering me unconscious and trying to rape me. When the picture that he had does not look like my picture. If you saw me in person, I have a small nose. My parents had medium or small noses too. My grandmothers had small noses.
I agree. Mr. Frankenfort, how you doing, brother? Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Frankfort. We'll call you Mr. Frankenfort. All right. What y'all?
And some of my great-grandparents had small noses. But this government man and his activities of stalking me as he's trying to manipulate everybody with Photoshop of pictures. This man damaging my teeth thinking he's fucking funny. Thinking he was going to knock people's teeth down their throat and trying to fuck up their faces and teeth. The government man needs to die. He needs to get prosecuted. If you can't handle that, there are
definitely a fact. You know, definitely prison. I could picture the cell right now, 8x8 concrete cell, -10 degrees, leaking water, dirty water in the cell. You know, not enough to drink. You're drinking from puddles on the floor. There's no electricity. There's no light. And that's where the government man belongs.
beautiful people in this country and people that have different physical features that you don't have or that are not like yours. You don't have a right putting your hands on people in the first place. You don't have a right messing up other people's races or ethnicities because you thought you were going to create this illegal beauty contest, or you were trying to play weird science by trying to steal body parts from other people. You trying to steal shapes of other people's looks.
Is he talking about Weird Science, the 80s movie, which was a really good movie?
Like in the movie Weird Science, where they were cutting out facial features in the magazines. Watch the movie Weird Science. You'll see what I'm talking about. And this government man has tried to do that in real life. Tried to copy other people's body parts and looks with his plastic surgery con artist games. And
yeah, he was talking about Weird Science. Wow, I can't believe you can remember the specifics of that old movie.
his thieves of murdering off people,
I just
trying to copy their looks.
randomly, I just seen that movie last week. I don't know why. I think it was a free movie on YouTube, otherwise I wouldn't have seen it.
To get into their accounts. Or the fact that he's a sexual predator, fucking up other people's looks, to trash people's reputations, to damage people's teeth, to slander them.
I agree with Mike V. The government is jealous of Tony's small and beautiful nose. For Dizzle advice, weird news, weird science. These are confirmed facts. Get back to the crimes of the government, man.
Their ethnicity and race and genetics. The government man's got to get prosecuted for violating protection orders of my genetics. I don't go on your property. You don't have a right touching me. You don't have a right touching me or stepping on my property, government man. And you must get prosecuted for the crimes you've committed. And the government has to get sued for not paying me.
Aggressively prosecuted. Aggressively.
The lawsuit money's from the first violation of their agents.
Okay, so okay. Yeah, I think we should probably not review any more videos. I'm gonna probably get some rest before my trip. Like I said, I'll be in the North Towns today with the union. Like I said, what's going on today? Keep my eyes on the chat. Maybe we'll do some do some videos. We'll see. Nothing's off the table. You know what I mean? So, but wanted to do a show, have a show. It's been a while. People look forward to these OJ in the morning videos. So, I don't like to disappoint. I know I like them. You guys like them. We'll keep doing them. People like them. If not, then we'll discontinue them. Do something else. Thank you very much. Thank you, Activirus. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. I hope you have a great day too, Mike. Hope everyone has a great day. Mike, thank you for the super chat earlier. And like I said, we did enough of Tony today. I will see you guys in the chats. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And that's it. That's it. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Yeah, Frank. Mr. Frankenfort says, seems like you and Dave Sarah have been getting along better. Yeah, he had me on his award show. And Corrine, how you doing? It's been a while. Thanks for being here. Good morning. Have a good one, you too, Fro Dizzle. Late for the juice. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're ending right now. You could rewatch it if you want. We reviewed some Tony Chase videos. And it's been a while, Corrine. So I really appreciate you being here. But I'm going to cut this video because I do have some real stuff to do today. Not that this wasn't real, but that's it. Goodbye now. Missed you too. Okay, we're going to cut this. We can figure out how. I know.